Good morning. Hi. It's life. How are you today? Hi guys, welcome to life. Welcome to life, guys. How are you this morning? Where are you watching from? Welcome. Just scan. Thank you. Welcome to life, guys. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Thank you. Thank you. Where are you watching from? So, just going to peel all these bits. Getting ready. Hi. Welcome to the live. How are you today? What's happening at your hand? Where are you watching from? Guys, what are you getting ready to do for the day? Hi, Buki. It's a new day, guys. It's another opportunity to chase our dreams. Just getting up, pushing up, just to get everything done. It's not always easy, but we just need to keep pushing up. I think that's it. I'm making yam and egg. I have this shakshuka recipe I want to try. That's what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, welcome to the life, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Watch my videos as well, guys, while you're here. Hello. So, yam is ready. It's going on. Just going to put a little bit of salt in it and it's ready to go. Thanks for the like, guys.
Hello. What's it doing?
So yam's on fire. Welcome to life. So, as I was saying, it's just another opportunity to chase our dreams. What? I want to say hello to you. Say hello.
Hello.
So get up, get out there, chase your dreams, guys. Time waits for no one. It waits for no one. Hey, Buki, how are you doing? How have you been? It's good to see you on the live, Buki. Is sleeping? Yes, we know. Okay. Welcome to life, guys. What time is it at your end? Where are you watching from? What's your plan for the day? Just trying to make some food, guys, and prepare for the day. Batch cooking some comfort foods. What's your plan for the day? Where are you watching from? It's bright and early. It's a lovely morning here. And thank God it's Friday. What's your plan for the weekend? If you've got kids, are your kids on half time? Are they going on a one week holiday now? What's your plan? Thank God it's Friday, guys. Thank God it's Friday. For me, it's been a long week. Week at home. I was tired before the week started. How has yours been? And what's your plan for the weekend? The weekend is finally upon us. Welcome to the life, guys. What are you doing for the weekend? Are you working today? What's your plan for the weekend, guys? It's Friday. It's a kitchen reset, and I'm also doing meal preparation wisdom. That's what it's about. I'm doing some cooking by the side, and I'm also cleaning up and just catching up. What are you doing today? What are you going to be doing today? Wisdom. Are you going to work? Are you staying home? Thank God it's Friday. Any plan for the weekend? What's happening at your end? It's been work all week for me, so I was really looking forward to this Friday. At least to have some time to rest, unwind, go out. Thanks, Wisdom. Was okay, not bad. Not bad. What are you going to be doing for the weekend, Wisdom? What's your plan? Where are you watching from? Welcome to life, guys. How is everyone doing? Thank God it's Friday. What's your plan for the weekend? What are you doing? Are you going to work first, then hanging out later? What are you doing for the rest of the day? The plan here is to go to work, get back, and go out to have some fun later if possible. Go out with drink with friends, maybe. Oh, nice Wisdom. Preparing for mass. Okay, good. Yeah. The work never stops. You always have one thing or the other to do. But we move. We move. But that is a nice place, Wisdom. Other than there's so much traffic when you're trying to navigate your way there. I think it's a nice place. Do you speak French, Wisdom? Oh, I'm in the UK. Wisdom. Have you watched my videos, Wisdom? Please watch my videos. Like, comment, share. Support my channel. I'm just trying to navigate this YouTube and internet space. So I'm committing to do it daily until I get the hang of it. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times as well. I've been there a couple of times. It's a nice place. Do you speak French? Thanks, Wisdom. Welcome to life, guys. We're just tidying up, cooking, getting ready for the day. Doing a reset before we go do the actual job. I was saying it's another opportunity to chase your dreams, live your life. Yes, I did. I'm just going to put this question out here, guys. What are your thoughts on them? So I've just put this question out. Wisdom, what do you think? As an adult or as a youth, what do you think? Can you have a difficult conversation with your parents, especially when you feel they are not just to point out something to them, or when you feel, oh, they've taken a wrong decision? Can you have that conversation with them? You say, oh, I don't dig what you've done, or you should do this in a different way, or you should have made a better decision. Can you have that conversation with your parents? Or even if it's about yourself, if something is going on wrong, are you able to share with them? How do you share it with them? How do they respond? How do they respond, guys? Interact in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. How do you have that, without coming across as being rude, or, our parents have this way of being dismissive sometimes. How do you handle those difficult conversations? Tell me. What do you do? How do you say? What kind of relationship do you have with them to be able to have this kind of conversations with them? Especially if it's about them. You haven't done anything wrong. You just feel that, oh, something needs addressing with them. How do you have that conversation with them? Yeah. Yeah. I know it can yeah. I think I had that with my mom at some point too while we were living together. Yeah. You just feel, oh, she's always angry. But to be fair, yeah, we're always, I think there was a phase, I had that phase with my mom as well, that we were always fighting and always having one thing or the other to argue about. And, you know, what's really important is not letting the fights put a strain in our relationship and things like that. But why do you think she was always angry, Wisdom? Do you think there was maybe she's just under pressure? Maybe, life happens to all of us. Maybe she's just tired. Or what do you think? Yeah, I think I've kind of experienced something similar to that before, Wisdom. I think so with my mom as well. I think all my uni days I used to feel, yeah, she was always getting angry. She had this expectation of how she wanted me to live, or the kind of life she wanted me to live, and people were feeding her with, oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. But don't you miss her? You'd miss her sometimes. Sometimes our parents feel that, oh yeah, because they're unable to meet up with some of the things they want for us, or the standard of standard of care they want to give for us. Sometimes it can be frustrating for them as well. I think that might be, and they don't talk. Rather than talk to us, they just react sometimes. They just react. I think, and it's that reaction that really drives us away from them, kind of. I feel better about it now, though, because, yeah, at that time, I always felt, yeah, I couldn't have any conversation with my mom, especially, before you say anything to her, you have to say, oh, calm down, start going around. But over time, I think maybe our relationship had to change over time, but it didn't just change overnight. I think now, if I'm having any challenge, or if there should be anything or somebody I want to do, even crazy things, I still call her to tell her. Yeah. Well, Wisdom, we don't choose our parents. I think life just has a way of working things out for us. So that's one thing. That's one of the things. We don't choose our parents. We don't choose who our parents are. But we just try to say, okay, well, if they haven't been there for me, or if you're going to be a parent someday in future, then you just want to learn from their mistakes and make better choices for your own kids. We don't choose who our parents are. We just grow up to know them. We grow up to have this relationship with them, and the narrative is that they are your parents anyway. Well, maybe, yeah, it's a tricky one, Wisdom, to be fair. It's a tricky one. But I'm just an advocate that I always try to see the good out of any situation, regardless of how bad it is. You know, it's an opportunity for change. It's a room. It's an avenue for you to just learn and unlearn and relearn. You know, so that you can be a better self for someone else. Really, I'm telling you. Yeah. And you know, at this phase of your life as well, you're also trying to figure out your own life. So all these things come to play. You know, not all of us will have the best relationship with our parents, to be fair. Not all our parents would also be there for us like we want them to be, because maybe they don't have the capacity to be, or maybe they don't have that, they don't just know how to be it. I'm telling you. I maybe that's just where the problem is. You know, we over expect that our parents will know everything. Oh, wisdom. Yeah, I think taking a change of perspective might just change something. You know, regardless of whatever is going on, I would still say be kind to her in your own little way. Be kind to her. Even people that everybody deserves a little bit, an extension of kindness from us. We need to just be kind regardless, and forgive regardless. That's one of the things that I just try to do, to say, well, if, despite everything that this person has done for me, I'm still going to leave a space in my heart for me to be able to be kind to you and forgive you for whatever you've done. You know. Yeah, I know it can be really frustrating. It can be, but nobody has, you know, this parent, maybe because I now have my own kids, maybe that's why I feel differently, because this motherhood thing, or raising kids, or raising a family, nothing prepares you for it. There is no manual. Some people are rich to be able to afford going to therapy, asking for help. Some people can actually afford to pay to learn about all these things, but in the ideal world, most people just become parents without any training, without any good example or role model to look up to on how to raise kids. But that doesn't mean they're a bad person. No, it only means that they don't have enough. Yes, I do. I have a baby. Yes, you know, that doesn't mean. I'm still also trying to figure it out. We all try to figure it out, and when you make, as little as she is, I still try to, when I want to make some decisions, I still try to think, oh, what is in our best interest. I still need to read on. You know, now things have even changed. You can go online. You can read some things online to say, oh, you can go online. You can just read to say, okay, how do I have a difficult conversation with my child? How do I have a conversation so that they can understand what I'm trying to say? You know, I find myself doing that a lot, using ChatGPT. Or what do you expect from maybe a 9-year-old? What do you expect from an 8-year-old? How do you come across as, you know? Because our generation now has changed. Things have changed. With the way we want to raise our kids have changed. So that's the tricky bit. When we were growing up, our parents just told us what to do. They just told us, oh, you are doing this, and that's it. You can't even, sometimes you don't even have a choice. Everything is planned, everything is set for you. So you just need to follow suit on what they've said. But now, it's the narrative is changing. The kids are taught that they've got an opinion. the kids are taught that, yeah, you can ask questions. The kids now know that their parents are not their parents are not superhumans. Parents also make mistakes, you know. Every parents, you can ask your child can ask you, mommy, you said I should do this, why am I doing it? I think back when we were growing up, especially from the part of the world where we grew up, you couldn't ask those questions. It's just, oh, you are doing this and you're doing that, and that's the end of it. So I think with I'm giving her that opportunity to be able to make it up to you would also be good. There is nobody that is like 100% bad. Just look for that good in her. Be kind to her as well. Excuse me. Be kind to her as well. I'm sure that she also would be trying her best. She must have been trying her best. Yeah, I can relate. See, let me tell you, there was one time I grew up in Oyo State in Ibadan. So, and my secondary school days and everything was also in Ibadan. So there was this year I was going to take my first GCE that year, and you know, before, you know, in Nigeria, before you do your GCSE, you go to this prep class and you do your GCE lesson and things like that. So I was going for that GCE lesson, and then I think my first GCSE I did it. I was still in SS1 or SS2. I was just trying it out then, just to do the GCSE. So when I was going to that GCE lesson, you know, you meet friends, you meet different people from other schools, because I went to an all-girls school then in Ibadan. So I met this guy, and we used to sit together, go to lessons together, and we're just friends, and we're preparing for the exams together anyway, long and short. So apparently this guy was already catching feelings for me, but I didn't know. You know, I wasn't aware. I was just in my own, I was just there doing my own stuff, thought it was my friend. So on the day we finished our lesson and we were going to like start our mock, alternative to practical exams, apparently this guy had sneaked a letter into my bag, a love letter into my bag. I didn't know. So we went on, my mom drove me to the exam hall, and you know, when you went that time, you have to go and check your name in the paper. Then it wasn't electronic like we have it now. So I had to go and check my name on the paper, do everything. I've given my bag and other personal stuff. I've given it to my mom. She was meant to take it home and come back to pick me up. So I was on the line, and that time, you know, you had to queue. They check your ID on the paper, they check your pictures. It wasn't digital at all. It was a big sheet of paper, and they look for your name, and everyone had to be on queue like an hour or 2 hours before the exam actually started. So while I was on the queue, on that long queue, I think, if I'm not exaggerating, on my queue we should have about maybe at least 40 to 50 people on the queue. I was waiting for my turn. You know, someone just tapped me someone just tapped me from the back unexpectedly. As I just turned back, before I could even open my eye, it was my mom. She just gave me this dirty slap, hot slap on the queue, and she was like, "Oh, this is what you are doing? Is this how you want to pay me back?" And she was, you know, and tears was flooding down her eyes. At this point, I didn't even know what I had done, but I was so embarrassed. I was like, "What?" You know, there were a lot of people on the line, and everybody was just looking at me like, what's going on? She said, "Oh, don't worry, finish your exams, you will meet me at home." Wisdom, do you know can you imagine how I would have felt? Because at that point, I still didn't know what I had done. And I had this exam coming up that morning, and like I was on the line going in for the exam. I can never forget it. Alternative to biology practical, then in Ibadan. I'm like, what? You know, I went into the exam hall. I was just, you know, I couldn't cry. I couldn't write. And I was wondering, why was she even crying? So I sat in that all. Yeah, that was a big disgrace. Now you see, you know, and I sat in that exam hall for 3.5 hours. I couldn't even write anything. I was, I was so embarrassed. Then I was so scared. I was wondering what's waiting for me at home. What's going to be waiting for me at home? Because I don't even know what I'd done at that point. So, to cut the long story short, anyways, we finished the exams. I came out and I couldn't go. So, rather than going home, I went to my grandmom's house. My grandmom was still alive. She was in Ibadan then, and I went to her house and said, "Well, I don't know what I've done, but this is what my mom has done." Because I had my grandmom was even surprised to see me. And you know, that time we didn't have this mobile phone. What we had was landlines then in Nigeria. So I had to go. So she couldn't even call us. So she said, "Okay, let's go." My grandmom now took me home to say, "What happened? What did she do?" You know, you can imagine the emotional torture I've had to undergo all morning, because we've been at that center since like around 7. And this time I'm telling you, we're just going home around maybe 4 after we finished the exams. And my grandmom took me home. Then my mom comes out with this letter. And she was like, "Oh, when you gave me your bag, I've seen this letter in your bag, blah, 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 blah. Who is this guy that gave you? Tomorrow, And I'm like, what letter are you even talking about?" And it happened to be a love letter from someone. It was crazy, Wisdom. And I needed to explain how that letter got into. And I said to her, I haven't even read the content of that, Oh my God, I didn't talk to her for a long time because I felt betrayed, I'm like, so every time I go to this center, and that time the exam was usually for about 6 weeks. So it means that every time I go there, everybody has seen, oh, this lady that mom came to. Can you imagine? It was a lot. But if I look back at that time, I feel that that's what she understood. That was the language she understood. That's how best she felt she could communicate. My mom and I are kind of best friends now. We talk about almost everything every day. But it was a lot for me at that time, because every time we couldn't even talk, because an affair was, oh, if I don't do this, or if I'm not firm, she's going to make a mistake. If I'm not firm, she's not going to turn out great. We have this African parents have this mentality. You see, Wisdom, but that's what she did. That's what she did. So, but if you ask me today, if I have the same situation with, I think if she has that same situation, or if the times change now, I don't think she's ever going to do the same thing she's done back then. Because I see her now, with her grandkids. I see the way she relates with them. I see the way she talks to them. When I was growing up, nobody asks you, what are you going to eat? They just tell you, oh, I've made food. That's what they just say. Oh, you're back from school, okay, food is ready. No one is asking you, oh, what do you want to eat? Oh, there are no options. There's just food. And that's why the dynamics are changing. Because when I see her today with her grandkids, and she's making 2, 3, 4 meals for them, and saying, oh, this one doesn't like this one doesn't like this food, oh, this one prefers this food. I'm like, we didn't have that chance when we were growing up. So what am I trying to drive at, Wisdom? It's just that things change, people grow out of habits, people learn to see the world from a different perspective. Yeah. So it's just their experience of life. It's just how they've seen life, or how they feel is the appropriate way to do, appropriate way to behave. To be fair to these parents, because the belief is that, oh, any child that doesn't turn out well, is the fault of the mom. That's what we think. That's the mentality that Nigerian parents, or the Nigerian community has. That, oh, the mom must have done something wrong. That's why this child has turned out bad. you know, and that's why the responsibility or the onus is always on the mom to always want to do more, and it kind of affects the relationship between the child and the mom. But it's learning, unlearning, relearning, even on your own part as well, you know. Sometimes learning to have those conversations or preparing your mind, you know what's going to trigger. So once you know that something is going to trigger, before it even gets there, I think it just changes. Because when I wasn't talking to her, and another thing that used to cause that used to cause a disagreement or like a fight between me and her was that, you know, when my mom is a churchy person, and every time she just she wakes us up in the middle of the night to pray, and you know, and I'm struggling to get up when I was growing up, when we were still thinking, and she's like, oh, you're not praying. I think my mom was also like that. So I'm telling you, she just she every time, you know, I think that's where every time you go to, oh, everybody is praying, you're not praying, you're just sat there, you're just doing this, you know. African parents just have that fear that yes, if you don't take life seriously, if you're not, if you don't pray hard, if you don't, they have it. And to be honest, wisdom is just tough love. That's what I'm going to say. I feel it's just tough love. It's just tough love from our side. It's just tough love from our side. If you just want to take a look at everything, your relationship with her and how it's been, it's just tough love. I remember when I was in uni, my mom would come from Ibadan to Ekiti. My uni was in Ekiti then. She would come every week. The week she doesn't tell me what day she's coming. She just packs her bag and, you know, she comes with lots of food and she just shows up. So imagine she comes to my hostel and she doesn't see me. I just come out of my class in my department and you just see her sat there under the tree waiting for you. And I'm like, you didn't tell me you were coming. I said, oh, do I have to write a letter do I have to write a letter to inform you before I come? You know? And it was like that. I think she just stopped when I was like in my final year. That was when it not like practically stopped, it kind of reduced. But from my diploma days, my pre-degree days, still I was in 300 level. She was always coming like that. She would just come unannounced every week. So if she's come today on Monday and you think, oh yeah, she's not going to come till maybe Monday, you can see her turn up Friday. But when you look at the other side of it, does it mean I didn't enjoy uni? Does it mean all the decisions I made in uni were good? No, it didn't mean all the decisions I made in uni were good. Because I just wanted to experience life. I just wanted to, you know, experience the world as it is. I was leaving the house, enjoying, like you said, enjoying your freedom, not living with her, living far away from them and things like that. But it's just tough love. It can be hard. It can be hard to take, you know. It can be hard to take. But yeah. Wisdom, have you actually reported it to pastors to pray for you? I think yes. Wisdom, to be fair, I think it's I kind of relate to what you're saying. She's just being protective. Wisdom, I've been there. She's just being, it's just tough love from her side. It's just tough love. Sometimes just a little bit of reassuring her that, oh, I'm okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I think it might just do the trick. It's just tough love. I'm telling you. There was one point I was always having panic attack because every time I go, my mom is always searching my stuff. Then she was always going through my stuff. You know, so and you know from what had happened of having that incident, every time I'm just at home, I'm always, I don't like, till today, I don't like when people go through my stuff when I'm not there. Or when you want to take my thing, I want to be the one to tell you, oh, this is where it is, and go and take it there. Don't just go through my stuff, not because I've got anything bad in there, but you know, that thing just kind of like, I don't like it. But it's just reassuring now. Yeah. Yes, wisdom. You see, I'm laughing so hard because I've been there, wisdom. I've been there. I've experienced it. I've been there, done that. Yeah, I've been there. I've had the experience. But I can say to you, my mom and I we're good friends. We're good friends today, at least. We've had that roller coaster of having this fights, making up, you know. And you know, sometimes when she does something, I'm like, why are you doing today? Now I'm saying, well, I'm doing this, and she's like, oh, and I remind her, well, this is what I'm doing. You know, it's sort of change, not being rude, but politely trying to understand that. Then she also gets to understand you, and over time, when you've been able to show proof that, well, the decisions you've made for yourself are what is best for in your best interest, then she starts to trust you more. That's another, because I feel that the greatest fear of any parent is to see their child fail. I think that's one of the hardest things for the parents to take on. So they try to like want to prevent it, or they feel that by doing all that they can at least, if they can stop you from making this wrong decision for yourself. Or I think that's just the fear of parents saying, oh, my child has failed, or my child didn't make the best decision, or you know, I think that's one of the hardest things for them to take up. And communicating that fear to their child is also hard for them, because they see it as maybe a sign of weakness. If they are telling you, oh, I'm afraid this is going to happen, or I'm afraid, yeah, or I had that reporting to pastors, calling you, giving you, you know. There was one time I woke up and my grandma and my mom were praying, oh, every spirit of disobedience in my daughter's life, let it come, you know. And she was praying that prayer with so much passion and so much pain in her heart, and I, you know, and I started thinking in my heart that, what have I done? Yeah, I think it's every parent though. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think it's one thing. If you ask an average Nigerian that's grown up in a Nigerian home, I'm telling you, they will tell you they've experienced almost the same thing that you've experienced with that. They will tell you, but I can tell you, it changes over time. It changes, you know. Some people are more protective, overly protective than the other people. Some people don't know when to let go and like step back a little bit. I think I see that same thing. I've got a son as well, wisdom, and sometimes when, you know, when we're having this, when you're asking him to do something, or you want him to do something, and I just have that fear in my heart to say, well, I just want him to listen. I just want him to listen to me. I just want him to. It's tricky. It starts to change. It just starts to change. But I can say it's just tough love. It's just tough. Nigerian parents don't want to show emotions. They don't want you to see them as weak. You know. you see, she wants to say you all the time because she wants to know that you are doing the right thing. She wants to know that you're in the right company. She wants to know that, oh, you are safe, you're not doing anything. She does. I think it's just fear, and that fear has sort of like overshadowed or taking over the place of love, you know, that you are just being choked up because you feel, oh, I can't breathe, I can't do anything. She always wants to be in my business. I think that's it. And at this point in your life also, you want to experience life, you want to have your own friends, you want to, you also should be able to make your own mistakes, really. But she's just trying to protect you from making those mistakes of a lifetime. I think that would be my greatest fear. It's just that it's okay for people to make mistakes. It's okay for people to make decisions that we think are wrong decisions for themselves, but it's part of life, you know. But what I just try to just do is like, oh yeah, I wouldn't want my kids to make a mistake that would take them a lifetime to recover from. Yeah, it's just tough love. I'm telling you, it's just tough love. You see all these screams, all this, yeah, it's just tough love. And one thing that might stop it from happening, or one thing that might reduce it, is just to reassure her, or like give her a different reaction. You know, maybe before, when she starts screaming and you're screaming back, or you're saying, oh, just leave me, and just stay calm and not say anything, and just say, oh, I've had you, rather than hug you. Just say, oh, I've had you. Because the moment she continues, when she tries to do that and you're trying to say, oh, why have you done that, she gets more infuriated. It continues to trigger her further, because she feels, oh, you are not saying what I'm saying. And you know, parents feel they always know the best, or they always have the best thoughts at heart. They always know what's best for the kids and things like that. That's what they feel. And the truth is that things are changing. Life is changing, you know. From when they were growing up and when we are growing up, things have now changed. So, but regardless of how much things have changed, they still have the best of the kids at heart. But it's just your own job to like sort of reassure her, to say, oh, mom, it's not that deep. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Oh, I've got this figured out. You know? And most of the time, most of us don't have it figured out. We just want to try, you know, and just say, oh, mom, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. If it works out well, if it doesn't work out, I just want to try. I just want to, you know, just kind of say it to her, I've not got everything figured out. No. I think that's what, even till today, when my mom and I, when we were having some conversations, and she's like, oh, I'm just going to say, oh, I just want to try it. If it works out, yeah. If it doesn't work out, yeah. I'm telling you, wisdom. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've experienced. It's just a typical. This is what's like. This happens to almost every average Nigerian. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling. My grandmom also had, you know, and when I look at my mom, and I think about our relationship with my grandmom. My grandmom was also very straight, and if you come to the house, she's going to question you. Who are your parents? Where are they from? What are you doing here? Why are you not reading? Why are you visiting? You know, and they feel, oh, my mom has done that. I turned out great. I'm also going to use that same I'm going to use that same technique so that you can also turn out great. But they fail to understand that kids are different. The way we take things are also different. Our emotional needs are different. I saw something online one day and somebody said, oh, not the kids might grow up in the same house, but they did not experience the same conditions in the house. And that's true. Because different kids with different needs. Different kids with different needs. That's just it. But just try and see things differently. Anyway, wisdom. Just change your own reaction. If our own reaction is not changing, you change yours. Change yours, and just, excuse me, be more calm about. Be more calm in your response. Be kind to her. If she wants to see you, yeah, create time, go and see her, and prepare your mind that when I go, well, regardless of what she sees, I'm not going to get annoyed. I'm not going to act out of character. And if your friends want to come, tell her ahead, oh, my friend is going to come, oh, this person is coming, this is who the person is, you know this is who the person is. Kind of sort of prepare and say, oh, yeah. And sometimes parents forget that their kids have grown, or they've actually become their own personality, or they are growing out to become their own selves. They are discovering the world. They forget it. See, they forget it. I remember back then when I was growing up, my mom was, oh, yeah, as a teenager, oh, you couldn't use earring, you couldn't put on trousers, you couldn't, there was this so many rules that just she was just coming up with. And I could see my friends, I could see my friends using earrings and putting on trousers, and I'm like, what's wrong in me doing this as well? Oh, she was, God forbid, I should, you know. I remember, I think when I was in, was it year one or year two? I was going on to year two, and we had this strike in school. This universities, and we had this 6 month strike, and I'd gone and I'd done another piercing. You know, and my mom wanted to faint when she saw it. She was just like, "What?" And she was, "Oh, you have to take it off," and I was like, "You have to take it off? Not in this house, not." And it was just having another piercing. And I'm like, what? It's not that deep. It's just something I like. It's just something I kind of fancy, and I've done it. And today when I just look around and how much the world has changed, you see preteens or teen kids having 3, 4, 5, 6 piercing noses, and I like it, I see it, but I'm like, when I was growing up, I dare not. I dare not. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, if my son wants to have a piercing today, how would I react? Or if he wants to have a tattoo today, how would I react? If I'm saying, oh, things have changed, I'm now a work parent, and how would I react? Would I really want him to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 piercings? Or would I want him to have tattoo all over his body? How will I have this conversation with him to say, well, this is how I feel? But what happens is that once, yeah, yeah, I can imagine, wisdom. But have you reached out to her as well? Have you checked up on her? Have you checked up on her as well? It's hard. It's hard, you know. Sometimes showing up for people that, I can definitely say you've got so much love in your heart for her, and just the expectation of waiting for her to reach out to you might just might not just be enough, wisdom. I think taking that upon yourself to say, well, I'm just going to check up on her as well, because you also owe it to her. Just say, or send her a text. It's hard when you have to go and be living with people, whether they are very kind or not, whether they are good or not. It's hard. Yeah, I go to, like, what do we call it now? yeah, I don't go to any of the Orthodox churches. I just go to this is it Pentecostal church? Is that what you call it? That what it's called? Yeah, that's where I go to now. I go to one of the Pentecostal churches here. Yeah.
Hello. Hello, guys.
That's where I go to. Yeah. You just need to reach out to her, Wisdom. Just check up on her once in a while. Say, oh, how are you doing? I'm just checking up on you. If she responds, yeah. If she doesn't respond, at least you've done that bit, and it can actually help you. You know, it can actually have a positive impact on your relationship with her. Because I am telling you, it's tough love. She might not be calling to check up on you because she says, oh, you're with a priest, you know, and definitely the position is that the priest they will be taking good care of you and things like that. That's the expectation, to say, oh yeah, is okay. Then call her now and just mom, how far, how you dey? I just mean I could check up on you. That's all. That's all. Because somebody needs to break the ice. Somebody just needs to break the ice. I'm telling you, Wisdom. It's not that is. It can be hard, but somebody needs to. At least if you're saying life differently from her, if you feel yeah she should do better, oh she should do this, she should do that, then you also need to be kind to her. You need to extend that kindness to her. To say, well, I'm just going to check up on her. Just call her and just say, well, I'm just checking up on you anyway. How are you doing? I remember sometimes when, for a very long time, I think I just made up my mind. Every time I called my mom, I was going to tell her, oh, mommy, I love you. And when I started telling her, oh, I love you, she just says, what? Iwolumo, because of me, she just, Iwolumo, that means, oh, now you sabi. And I was just intentional about it. Say, oh, every time I'm getting on the phone, oh, mommy, I love you. And she says, oh, now you sabi. I was consistently saying that to her till she kind of got comfortable with it. And I would just laugh about it and I would just say, oh, mommy, I'm not calling to say, I'm loving you or something like that. Yeah. That's the expectation, that you are with a priest and the priest is going to be taking care of you. But regardless, it shouldn't stop her from checking up on you, which I get where you're coming from. You know? Which I totally understand. But it doesn't stop you from also calling her to say, oh, yeah. I just say, may I hail you? How you dey? Mama Wisdom. I say, may I just hail you? Yes, I'm Yoruba. You know? And just say that, just say that to her. Yes, I just did. Yeah, I'm Yoruba. You know? Because that's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way you can. That's the only way you can get things back on track with you and her. You know. That's the only way. Those things need to be said, but you still need to be kind to her. You still need to be kind to her, Wisdom. Regardless of anything. But it's been so good having that conversation with you. Everybody says that to me, wisdom. Everybody says that I don't look like Yoruba, but you're not the first person that will say that, wisdom. How is a Yoruba person meant to look, wisdom? I think that's what I should be asking people now. Every time someone says to me, "You don't look Yoruba," how is a Yoruba person meant to look like? Because I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. Welcome to life, guys. We're still meal prepping. We're still meal prepping. Just to change the onion. I think I take it. I think I'm just to school so you can take your cereal. But go and clean your face. How does your breakfast look like? Oh? I still need person, guys. That one is some milk for you for your cereal. But you have to go and clean your face. Oh. It looks dry and your hair as well. Clean your face then. I thought we still had milk, but that's why I didn't buy some at the store. What? No, we'll buy from this from our go out later. How are they doing things, wisdom? Yeah, people are different. I don't feel that regardless of your tribe, I think it's just an individual thing, depending on how anybody behaves or reacts. It's just them. It's just them. It's a person thing, not the tribe thing. Yeah, it's a tribe thing. What's the rule that you have?
Huh?
What's the rule that you have? What happened to this? No, you've been having that too. There's Peter Beatle. What happened to this? Okay, no offense taken, wisdom. So is it everybody from Akwa Ibom or from Lagos that is not local? Oh God, wisdom. So I'm just going in with my list. Are you alright? Mima, are you okay? What's going on? So wisdom, that's just it. So reach out to her, check up on her, See how she's doing. Regardless of how she makes you feel, you still need to do it. You still owe it to her. You still owe it to her. I think it's just tough love from her side. It's tough love. You can take it from me, someone that's been there and that I've had similar experiences to what you've had with her. You know, this is the normal thing. I'm not putting that in it. This is one else.
Oh my God, playing with this one.
It's nice.
I'm playing another one.
Welcome to the life, guys. If you're new here, we're just having conversation here.
Mom, why you put egg?
Yes, that's what I'm making. Put some tiny pepper in.
What's the got to tell Mom?
What?
To the fry?
Yeah, my name.
I want it to the fry. And with the peppers in the fry. Mom, look, it's farther. Look. Mom, look.
Yeah.
Why you got the burrito? No. Let me get out.
That was fried
Hi, Daddy.
Take your food and go and eat.
I need to for me. Yeah,
Wisdom, are you a boy or a girl? Are you are you a guy or a lady? Wisdom. Because Yoruba girls are fine too. Little bit.
Elizabeth. I don't want to do Elizabeth. I don't want to finish it. Daddy gives me now.
Little bit.
No, I finish it. See, look at this Uh-oh, you reckon? 1 minute. No. I keep typing no. Don't put the bucket.
Okay. Are you having little bit cinema?
No.
What do you want to have? Yamanin. Yamanin.
No.
So what are you having? So guys, what are your thoughts? Yeah.
Mom!
I can send you some. Wisdom. You need some of this at I can DHL some to you.
Yeah.
Should we send some to Wisdom?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go back to
Wisdom, we can send you some. Because you've been on this life for a long time.
Yeah. Look, it's a fucking sweet. Hello. Ah, it was squawky.
Yeah.
Look, I have your life.
So this is ready, guys.
Oh, this is fuck. Mommy, what are you doing?
I'm just making eggs, so
Uh-oh, the faster.
yeah.
The faster. Stop. Stop. Let's put it. You might do it.
No,
Right? There's so much.
it's a quick pan.
That's just so much sticks.
Weetabix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can do that.
Bye.
So Wisdom, I think you should do that. You know. Oh God, Wisdom, you can't just be dissing Yoruba people like this, please. That's not allowed. I think this is, you're just dissing them intentionally. That's just a diss. You're just doing that intentionally. Yoruba people are well read. They are not that bad now. There's no way, no way. I think you just been rolling with the wrong set. Don't ask me to please do this. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you're among your people, won't you speak your own language? Won't you speak your own language or dialect too? Wisdom, I will DHL it to you. Yeah. But thanks for joining the live anyways.
Mommy, just no give it back.
The 9 to 5 is starting now.
Mommy, just don't give it back.
Can you give it back to her, please? The 9 to 5 is starting. But thank you so much for joining the live. Our meal is ready. It's just like shakshuka with yam. Just a little bit different anyways, but being here. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, watch my videos. Wisdom, watch my videos, like and comment on them, and turn on your notifications so you can see when next I'm on live. It's been so good. It's been so good having you on and having the conversations. Thank you for joining in. But work starts in 30 minutes. It's ready. We don't want it to overcook, so I'll just turn off the heat at this point and plate it up. Yeah. Wisdom, can you see? And it's ready. I'm just going to dig in. I'm eating this on your behalf, Wisdom. Let me just adjust my camera. Wisdom, can you see? I'm just going to have this with a cup of coffee, and we're good for the day. Oh, eat your food. Ibibio. Yeah. I have an old friend who is also from Akwa Ibom, and you guys cook very well, nice meals. The lady cooks a lot. She's a really good cook. I used to long to go to her house, but her mom also cooks nice meals for us. anytime I visited back then when I was in Nigeria. You see, if you had people that you could speak Ibibio to, you would definitely be speaking it. I can bet. Thank you so much, Wisdom. Turn on your notification. Watch our videos. I'm eating this for you, Wisdom. Tell me when to stop. Thank you so much for coming on to the live. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. And it's the same name, it's the same handle. If you check in my bio, you'll see the link to my Instagram page there. I don't do much on Instagram anyway, but yeah, you can. I'm on TikTok as well. You check on my bio, it's there. Yeah. It's the same username I've got on here, Semiama. That's the username. What's yours? What's your username? Yeah. The same username. No worries. Yeah, just if you check on my bio, you would see it there. So just click on it, and if you tell me yours as well, I can look for you. I can look for you as well. I'm just putting one in yet.
I love Lulu. I love
Just a tiny bit of fruit in it. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining. Goodbye. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.